It has been so long since I've done a sit-down video. This is really fun. I'm outside in the woods because I've been stuck in the kitchen all day cooking, and so it's really nice to be out here. My daughter's sleeping. So today I have a really exciting topic I want to talk on and just share one tip with you that is really changing my entire mindset around setting New Year's goals and resolutions, which is kind of coming up because the New Year is so close. So as a homemaker, as a housewife, a mother, a huge part of that job is just constantly reevaluating and realizing, am I maximizing my time? Am I doing the right things? Do I have things in the correct priority? Do I need to change anything? And so I love the opportunity that the new year gives to really evaluate your life and evaluate different areas and decide if there's anything you want to change. So today I wanted to share with you the one thing that I did differently this last year that really transformed my ability to accomplish more of my goals and more of the things I was hoping to do this year. I have set goals and New Year's resolutions for almost as long as I can remember, but I've very rarely had tons of success with them. And yet this last year I experienced a lot of success. And the reason is because of this one thing. So first off, when I set goals, what I did is I looked at every major area in my life and tried to decide if it's good or if there's something I want to change or improve in. This is my list so far. I have many more things I will probably eventually add to this list, but I divided it up into categories: God, marriage, carry, business, ministry, home, and odds and ends. And this isn't exactly completely in like highest priority list. So I look in each of these areas and I decide, is there something I want to do differently? And so for an example, my top one is God. It's my first priority. I wrote down on here what I would like to see change this next year or improve in. And really my biggest thing this year that I would like to work on with my relationship with God is just developing more of a deep and close and intimate relationship with Him, something where we're talking all throughout the day and I'm looking around and recognizing Him more and more through creation and through experiences and all of those things. Up until this last year, what I would have done with my New Year's resolutions is I would have written down, draw closer to the Lord. And then all year long, I would have maybe a few times of the year pulled this out and looked at it and thought, oh, I need to do that. And at the end of the year, I would be no closer to the Lord and really nothing would have changed and I would have felt like I had completely failed the school. This last year, I changed one thing. Now, writing that down is just the start. It is not the end of this New Year's resolution. The next thing that I do is I break down into 2 or 3 for myself habits that if I implemented into my life every single day, I would experience success in this area in. And so for myself, I look and I think, what are 2 or 3 things I could do that would cause me to draw closer to the Lord, that if I built a habit and did every day, would guarantee that at the end of the year I would be closer to God. And one of them for myself was to not wake up and immediately be on my phone. Honestly, a huge temptation of mine, and the first thing I typically think when I wake up in the morning is, I wonder if I've gained any subscribers. Oh, I should check and see if I've sold anything on my shop. And this is not where I want my mind to be first thing in the morning. I would much rather it be on God and be on thankfulness and be on praying to Him. And so a simple way that I'm going to work on this next year is to not bring my phone downstairs. I do use my phone as an alarm clock, but I'm not bringing it down the stairs until I've done my devotions every morning, and I'm turning it off at 10:30 at night. And this will just kind of give me a long period in the night and in the early morning where my phone is not an option to be a distraction for me. The next thing that I'm doing is keeping a prayer journal. I actually started this about a month ago and it's just been so encouraging, and I've been able to recognize so many more times God answers prayers because I've written them down, and so it's not just something I pray and then forget about and then I don't even look to see if He answered that prayer or not. So that's a big thing that I want to do this next year consistently, like every couple of days, maybe every day, journal a prayer that I'm praying. The last thing, and I actually mentioned this in my Homemaker's morning routine video, which I can link down below, is that I want to continue reading autobiographies and biographies of missionaries and Christian people that have been used by God in a big way. And I know that by adding these 3 things to my devotions, to my prayer, to the things I do every day, that oh good, it's tracker, that I will get closer to God. And so this is what I do in every one of these areas, though. I don't stop here in my relationship with God. I look at my marriage. Okay, what are 2 or 3 areas that I can draw closer to Danny? I can deepen our relationship. One of them is that we started this new routine where we've been reading a book together every night, a marriage book, some chapter in it, and it's just been so good. So simple little things like that I can develop into habits. And this brings me to this quote that I scribbled down the other day. Your goals are only as successful as your habits you maintain to get there. And this is what I've always had wrong. I've written down these big goals, but I've never actually implemented the small everyday steps and everyday routines and habits to actually see success in these areas. So I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope it was a good tip for you, because this is really transforming my ability to see success. And to give you one example, this last year I had the goal to gain 1,000 subscribers, and yet I didn't stop there. I implemented being sure to be consistent creating content every single week. And it was that content every single week that I had developed that habit in creating and pushing out no matter what was going on during my week that actually led me to gaining the 1,000 subscribers. And so this is a big tip. I hope it's helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I've got to head back inside and finish making some meals. It's my mom's birthday tonight. So thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye.